Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our viewers joining us from across the globe. A very warm welcome to the Acppn Protocol Roundtable, the show where we demystify the power of protocol and diplomacy for a connected world. A show where we have a conversation around the art and science of protocol and diplomacy. I am Julius Lambert Yanayo, your host. Have you ever wondered how the subtle act of uh, diplomatic etiquette can open doors, avoid missteps, and build unshakable professional relationships? Then you are in the right place. Today, we are going to look at a critical topic, the body language of protocol. And I'm thrilled to be joined by the incredible and amazing guest, Ms. Catalina Bora, CEO and founder of the Institute of Protocol and Etiquette based in Turkey. As we begin, a quick note for our online audience. Please have your questions ready in the live chat and the Q&A box, and we'll be addressing them in the show later. Do not fail to subscribe to Acppn Nigeria. Acppn is a body of professionals from both the private and public sector in Nigeria that have come together to enhance professionalism in protocol practice. Without further ado, let's get started. Ms. Catalina, thank you for being here, the show. Thank you for being my guests. I yield the floor to you. You have the floor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this wonderful invitation. So, hello to everyone, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues. Popular science claims that we can learn everything about other people paying close attention to their nonverbal communication. But is it really true that somebody who looks at the top right while talking is lying? Or are crossed arms always a sign that the person we are talking is lying to us? So what is indeed nonverbal communication? Is it truly more reliable than things that we are saying? Let's discover this in this session. Nonverbal communication is often confused with body language in the narrow sense of arm movements and facial expressions. In reality, it is much broader. It includes facial expressions and smiles, gestures and postures, touch, the way we touch, how, when, and if we ever touch, physical movements, how we walk, how we sit, how we stand, our use of space, how close or how far we stay to others, clothing, accessories, hairstyles, tattoos. The general grooming is also a very powerful part of nonverbals. The tone, the rhythm, and the volume of our voice. Yes, voice, because not the words, but the way we are telling them, it's also a nonverbal thing. Studies confirmed the dominance of nonverbal signals. And especially this phenomena is very well understood when people find themselves in situations with incongruent messages. For example, when the content of the verbal message differ from the content of the nonverbal message. For example, imagine someone telling to you it was great to meet you while not looking into your eyes, turning the face away from you, biting the lips. For sure, you will tend to believe more the nonverbal or the body language. This is why attempts to persuade, to convince someone with your verbal message while giving different signs with your body or non-verbals is most probably it will fail. So people trust non-verbal messages most and better than the verbal ones. Why non-verbal messages or non-verbals matter so much in protocol? In protocol practice, authority is rarely established just through words. In diplomatic, institutional, and executive environments, how we move, respond, position often carries more influence than some spoken messages. Protocol officers do not simply manage ceremonies and seating arrangements. They manage perception, emotional environments, and institutional credibility. So that's why protocol is largely nonverbal. From the moment a protocol officer enters a venue or accompanies a delegation, impressions begin immediately. A simple head movement, a hand gesture, walking posture, they can establish competence or undermine it. When protocol officers become aware of the importance of the body that the body communicates before verbals, they gain an advantage. Because I would like again to remind what most probably all of us know, that protocol service demands careful planning, excellent organization including crisis management, respect for rules and hierarchy, and overall composure, and above all, outstanding communication and behavioral skills. Knowing the body language or mastering the art of nonverbals in protocol will allow us to read emotional atmosphere accurately, respond with tact and precision, prevent tension from escalating, and build quiet trust. So, here is the key. In many situations, we cannot say what we think, but our body will communicate it in any way. So our posture, our facial expressions can either calm or escalate any situation. So there are cases when we want to deliver or not to deliver to a rude guest a message like "you are being difficult." So in this case, we may want to show, well, like I said, we may want to hide our frustration. So that's why we need to be in perfect control of our nonverbals. So please bear in mind that we are communicating even when we are silent through our attitude and posture. Attitude, a so underrated aspect, is a very important nonverbal. A positive attitude and a negative attitude, both of them are contagious. If you show up somewhere with a positive attitude, it will spread positiveness, and vice versa. So please also bear in mind that we are communicating through posture and stance. Slouching, swaying, leaning back, or staring at the floor, they all say, "I don't care, I'm not confident," or "I'm overwhelmed." Staying tall with shoulders relaxed, chin parallel to the floor, feet firmly grounded, pointing straight, is saying, "I'm ready, I'm a professional, and I'm in control." Imagine, I would like to bring here a small example so that you can visualize what I'm saying. At an official reception, imagine two protocol officers at the entrance. One is staying straight, hands visible, posture open, making eye contact. The other one is leaning against the wall, arms folded, and checking his phone. Which one communicates authority, competence, and respect for the event? I think the answer is obvious. And no words were spoken, right? So we are communicating also through our gestures. Gestures are two types of gestures. Gestures that can totally replace some verbals, like applause instead of verbal praise, or just a thumb up showing that everything is okay. And there are gestures which just help us to emphasize a message. Like, for example, if I am angry, if I will hit with my hand on the table, you will just understand that I am really angry. So this gesture will just emphasize my message. So then we are communicating through our clothing and adornments. Our clothes and adornments speak about our respect for the occasion, our understanding of cultural norms, our seriosities about and self-discipline. Here, I would like to bring a very recent example. Maybe many of you already saw Donald Tusk attending EU Angola summit. He appeared down on the red carpet out of the airplane in sneakers with shirt sleeves rolled up, while the president was with business suit. So that simple example gave a very bad reaction of the people, because he didn't show just a poor self-image. He unfortunately projected an attitude, a negative attitude towards the whole event. So everything that we wear on us says something, carries an image. So today I would like to give you 10 short persuasive behaviors useful for protocol officers. First, immediate and controlled responses. Hesitation communicates uncertainty. A protocol officer who answers questions with unnecessary delays, throat clearing, or feelers like signals incompetence and unpreparedness. Protocol environments demand quick and composed responses. Whether we are confronted by dignitaries, officials, or guests, the ability to respond calmly and clearly strengthens credibility. While silence can be strategic, hesitation shows insecurity. Professional authority is strengthened by this clarity. Head tilt, a signal of attentiveness. A slight head tilt while listening signals engagement and respect. This gesture communicates attentiveness without interrupting. It reassures guests and officials that they are being heard, creating emotional safety in formal interactions. Because misunderstandings decrease when individuals feel acknowledged through body language. Another very important issue to keep in mind is visible hands and deliberate gestures. Hands convey honesty. From primitive times, our ancestors, when they were living in cages and new people were coming to them, first part of the body they were checking were hands. Do they carry something which may hurt me? Or it's an empty hands, which means, is this a friend or an enemy? So this behavior and this emotional reaction remained with us from those times. First, what we pay attention is at open hands. Keeping them visible projects openness and trust. Movements with hands should be smooth, controlled, and purposeful. Very abrupt and restless gestures suggest discomfort and anxiety. while fluid gestures project professionalism. Hidden hands often communicates insecurity and anxiety. Visible hands communicate stability. Palm down emphasis. So, placing the hand palm down when reinforcing a point unconsciously communicates authority. For example, you will say, please stay calm. In few minutes, the event will start. So immediately you will give a sense of comfort and of trust to the other party. This gesture anchors confidence without appearing aggressive. It reinforces sincerity and decisiveness. Without raising your voice, you command attention by holding your palm down. Then there is one more, which we call in body language precision grip, for strategical emphasis. Touching your index to your thumb while speaking gives a message of clarity and intentionality. This move signals careful thought and confidence. It tells others that the protocol officer, the professional, understands thoroughly the matter and speaks with precision. So whatever you will explain telling like this will give a subconscious message to the other party that he receives very clear and trustable instructions. Open hand gesture instead of pointing. Pointing with a finger can be confrontational. An open hand suggests invitation, openness, assistance, and cooperation. When guiding guests, indicating sitting or acknowledging a request, an open hand projects professionalism and good manners, courtesy towards the other part. Lowering voice to gain attention. So you gain attention not by increasing your voice, like screaming. You gain attention by lowering intentionally the voice at the part where you want to attract the most attention. Influence increases with the lowering the voice. A calm, low volume draws attention and respect. When a protocol officer raises their voice, it suggests just loss of control. In moments of confusion or pressure, it is quietest voice that leads most effectively. The eighth advice is managing physical space very strategically. Physical distance affects emotional comfort. Actually, there are four different zones. Intimate distance, it's like from 0 to 50 centimeters. It's for partners and very close family. Then there is the personal space distance, which is up to 120 centimeters. It's for friends and close colleagues. Then there are social distance up to from that 1.5 to 3 meters. It's professional interactions. This is actually which is the most important for us. You will try to keep with your VIPs not closer than 1.3 meters, up to 3. More than 3, it's already speeches and public addresses. So the way you manage spaces, it's very, very important. Proper spacing during conversation, walking, or sitting arrangement ensures comfort and respect. So in protocol, this is especially important because how close we stand to a VIP while guiding them, how far we stand when interpreting, translating or whispering advices, how we space people in receiving lines and photo opportunities. This is a very important nonverbal. Ensuring visibility in group settings. Visibility is influence. So sitting or standing where one can be clearly seen allows engagement and presence. Adjusting one's position so that others will have a clear line, not like this, not like this, not like this, line of sight encourages communication and authority. Those who can be seen are often those who are remembered and respected. The 10th one is public recognition through quotation or through mirroring. Repeating another person's words by word builds trust. So when someone is telling, now I would like to go to sit there, yes, you would like to go to sit there. So you will repeat word by word their quotation. So because this is a very building trust, let's say, subconscious trick, psychological trick. This technique encourages cooperation, strengthens relations, and reduces resistance. So, the power of these micro behaviors in protocol. Neuroscience demonstrates that the body reacts faster than our conscious thoughts. So when we see some subtle micro behaviors like tightened lips, eye contractions, finger movements, foot shifts, are instinctive indicators of an emotional state. So protocol officers trained to observe such signs, they will detect in time some anxiety, some resistance, or vice versa, comfort. Things to keep in mind, to always keep in mind while trying to tell what you understood from the nonverbals of someone. You cannot interpret behavior without a baseline. Baseline is the normal behavior. So without knowing the normals or normal behaviors, we cannot understand when something goes abnormal. But remember, in nonverbals or in body language, we try to interpret just what is out of normalcy, what is not normal. So, for example, that's why it's a very big cliche to say that cross arms means defensiveness or blocking something. Not always. If a person, it's in his habit or normally stands with crossed arms, then that's his baseline. So vice versa, when you will see that person or doing some more strange things or not staying with the cross-armed, in that case, it will be something to think about and to try to understand what his emotional state is. Then the very important thing is to take into account the context. All the behaviors must be read in context. If it's in a stressful negotiating meeting, of course you will see more stressed body movements. But if you see the same movement stressed, like pressuring the lips or this making some blocking things in an environment what is supposed to be relaxed, then at that moment you will understand there is an emotional uncomfort and you will try to save or to ease the situation. So the context includes, while reading the context, you have to take into account the setting, the stakes. Like I said, is it a crisis management meeting? Is it a concert, which is supposed to be very relaxed? And another thing to take into account, please be mindful about cultural things. Cultural awareness is crucial because what feels friendly distance in one culture can be a total intrusive or cold behavior in another culture. So international comparisons show that the meaning of nonverbal messages can be different. Our assumption that nonverbal signals are universal must they can lead to some misunderstanding. That's why going to an unknown cultural environment, please make sure first to learn about it. Don't go thinking that everything is universal. Let's not forget about the importance of the smile. A sincere and a real smile is diffusing tension, and it gives a very subconscious signal of trust and comfort. So at the end, I want to finish with the hidden superpower in protocol, which is observation. So we live in a world of distraction, phones, emails, noise. So as a lot of people are pointing, modern humans have become very poor observers compared to our ancestors. Yet in protocol, observation is critical to detect rising tension in a delegation before it explodes, to sense when a guest feels uncomfortable, lost, offended, or ignored, to recognize when someone might pose a security risk, to notice when a colleague is overwhelmed and needs help. We do not observe in order to judge, but we observe in order to protect ourselves, our guests, and the dignity, overall dignity of the event. An useful mental habit is to continuously ask two silent questions. Do I feel comfortable and uncomfortable right now, and why? Because sometimes, from my personal observation, since I know all these nonverbal tricks, sometimes I catch myself doing something and then I'm stopping and saying, Catalina, what is happening? What did disturb you? So like this, I am catching some very minor things that disturbed, and in time I can, on the spot, I can fix them. And vice versa, I'm doing this with my surrounding. Do they seem comfortable or uncomfortable, and why? It helps a lot in the work process. Often your inner voice is warning you something is happening here. So in protocol, we have no social responsibility to be victims, nor to allow our guests to be victims of bad organization, disrespect, or risk. Good observation lets us intervene in time, early, adjust seating, change access routes, calm a conversation, or discreetly remove someone from a situation. So, how to improve our own nonverbal skills? To observe yourself, to better build better baseline, to observe the normal behavior. Practice situational awareness. Refine your protocol posture, including your nonverbals, your attitude, your adornments. Respect cultural differences. Use your manners generously. By the way, having good manners is also a very good and useful nonverbal. So, in protocol service, our work is delicate. We handle pride, prestige, history, identity, and sometimes egos. Words alone cannot manage all of it. So, the next time you walk into a meeting, a reception, in an airport, meeting a VIP, remember, even before you say good morning, your body has already made an announcement. Make sure that an announcement is I am competent, I'm respectful, and I'm in control. You are in good hands. Thank you. I'm waiting for your questions.
Kata, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that brilliant presentation on the body language of protocol. Thank you so much. We deeply appreciate your in-depth presentation. Now, I've got a few questions in the chat box.
Yes.
So we'll quickly take our questions. In what way, the first question says, in what way does personal space differ across cultures, and how should we adapt our behavior accordingly? I don't
So
know if you got.
yes, thank you
Did you
for the
get?
question. Yes.
Okay.
So usually cultures are divided in high context cultures and low context cultures. So high context cultures are more like based on emotions cultures. So like Latin America, Africa, Arabic countries, usually where emotions speak more than words. So in those cultures, usually, let's say in Latin America, the distance can be very close. In let's say Arabic, in Muslim countries, vice versa, distance, if it's different genders, can be more far. So, but of course, no one knows country by country, culture by culture, uh, all the rules. What you have to know is very important and crucial before going to a new cultural environment. Please pay attention. I always advise watch some TV, watch some their social platforms, Instagram, this, so that you'll understand what's their norms. Reading internet at the end of the day and adapt. But the best is when you are not sure, keep a larger distance. This is always the safe part. When you are not sure, keep the professional distance, which is, let's say, 1.5, 2 meters. And one more advice, usually I'm doing like this, and I teach my clients to do like this. If you shake hand, after shaking hand, make a small step backwards, and you'll see if the other part is making a step towards you, because this happened unconsciously, is making a step towards you, will understand, okay, he's a close talker, he doesn't like big spaces, and then you will know how to act. If after you make the step back, that other person doesn't come towards you, okay, it's a sign that they like bigger spaces.
Okay, thank you so much. As a follow-up question, let me ask this question. How can one use posture, eye contact, and gesture to show respect across different cultures without causing misunderstanding?
Okay,
How
so
can one use?
posture is nothing related with culture. Posture, it's your personal posture. So posture, a good posture is always an open posture, like open torso. So when you stay like this, you show insecurity. So as more secure and confident you are, as more open you are, you will learn to stay with your chin more parallel to the floor, not like this, because this may look like too proud, and not like this, then, because then you look overwhelmed and sad. So you will
Okay.
adjust. So posture is nothing related with a cultural issue. Posture, you will have a good open posture. You will not close yourself. So this is a good posture. The eye part, the eye contact part, yes, you are right. It depends a lot across cultures. In some cultures, you cannot look to the eyes. In some cultures, vice versa. If you don't look to the eyes, it's not respect. Again, you will have to learn before going somewhere. Second, gazing, when I'm saying a good eye contact, is not a permanent eye contact, which is also disturbing. You will, first of all, I suggest always not to look somewhere here. That's when you look around, when you look in between eyes, it's not that, how to say, intimidating, first of all. And second, while shaking hands, the duration of eye contact should be as long till you understand the eye color of that person. So a good eye contact is to know when to take your eyes and when to put them back. But again, in Asian countries, for example, you will not look to senior superiors in their eyes. So you have to learn such things. But as a general rule is, you will check the eye color while shaking. And second, you will not look straight into the eyes, not to intimidate. You will look somewhere in between eyes. That's a more soft.
Coming in. Quickly, uh, quickly, what does the role an attire plays as a form of non-verbal communication in a protocol context? Does attire play any role as a form of non-verbal communication in protocol context?
Yes, attire is very important. Yes, as I told, this is one of, it's one of the component parts of your non-verbal communication. So attire is usually business suite, or if the event is accordingly a national suite. But for
Okay,
this way,
okay,
and for proper choosing proper attires, of course, it's another lesson about dress codes. So, but usually you cannot go wrong with business suite, and of course, again, context, time of the day, venue, and the event itself.
okay, okay. We still got some more time. Let me just ask you this question. What are the most common body language mistakes professionals make during official ceremonies? How can they be corrected? What are
First of
the
all,
most common mistakes?
first and most obvious is people, they are not in control of their body posture at all. So when they are stressed, they start to show this stress. They start to make blocking. When you blocking gestures is not just putting your hand like this, is trying to put in between you and the other party something, even a glass. If I will talk now with a glass like this, it's a sign that I'm starting to block. Or people start to, it's not a mistake, it's a normal thing. If you are stressed, you will need to make some pacifying movements. So even touching your things, this is shows that there was an uncomfortable thing, and now you are trying to calm yourself. It's not mistake, it's just not being at all aware of your body. But like, let's say from mistakes, actually, let me correct. A big mistake is avoiding, not knowing to make eye contact. This is
Okay,
also fake smiles. Fake smiles, they are very bad. And there is a big distinction in between a real smile and a fake smile. Now I'm doing a fake smile, for example, and now I'm doing a real one. So fake smiles, even the other person, it's not necessary to be a body language professional. We feel it at a psychological level when someone is fake or not fake. So, and the voice, we don't control our voice. We start to raise our voice, which is also a sign of nervousness. And attires, sometimes we go totally wrong with choosing our attires. So from the beginning we give a wrong message or decrease from our professional image.
Questions coming in. What tools or resources do you recommend for training in nonverbal communication in protocol practice? What are the tools you would recommend for training?
Actually, it's just you can take classes, which I mean a lot of professional schools are giving, and also you may read books. There are books on nonverbal communication, but be careful. There is a lot of not correct and misinterpreted information around in internet, like
Okay.
this cross arm. So it's better to take some trainings.
Julius, are you there?
Okay, yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. There's a question here. We'll just take a few questions. And how does cultural difference affect body language interpretations in international protocol situations?
The most
Kata,
important.
can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you. Thank you for the question. So, in cross-cultural communication, the most tricky part are the gestures, because me personally, I know a lot of gestures that in one culture they mean something nice or naive, and in other cultures they mean something offensive. So with gestures, try not to use them. Like this,
Okay.
I don't know, different gestures, they are very dangerous. So better don't try to show with your gestures. This is one important advice. Second, learn about distances. But distance, I'm telling you, you will try 2-3 times this. Actually, read in internet the Albert Hall, the distances. So you will learn this professional private distance, close distance, so which I told today. So with distance, better always I advise keep the professional distance. So and leave the other person to lead you, so you will
Okay.
understand. Distance and eye gaze, also with eye gaze little bit more, be more careful. And the rest is just inform yourself before going there about dress codes, about so we have to little bit learn, inform ourselves, observe before going to a new cultural environment.
Okay, Kata, thank you so much. One last question before I let you go.
Yes,
Are
good.
there strategies? Are there strategies to help nervousness or unconscious movements when representing an organization or a VIP? Are there strategies that one can use to help nervousness or unconscious movements when representing an organization or a VIP? Are there strategies as an
Uh,
expert?
Strategies is that to what I talked today, all of them. First of all, to
Yeah.
control your posture. A good posture is very good, very important. To control your attitude, to control your uh, gestures and body movements. So the way your foot betrays us a lot. So you have to better know your uh, body movements to understand what is baseline for you, so what is normal for you, and to start to understand when you in stressful situation, what do you do. Second, to try to touch yourself less. I mean, if you ask me for some now quick let's say advices, try to touch yourself less. uh, Try to uh, keep an open posture. This is very, very
Okay.
important, to keep it
Okay.
large, and to be in control of your body and to be in control of others, because it's not only how you will represent yourself, but to catch, because we are working with important clients many times. So we want them to remain satisfied and to return for our service. So we need to feel them, to see when they are nervous, so that we will catch and they will calm down. So in protocol, why nonverbal and body language is so important? Because it's a very two-sided thing, and you will show yourself professional and you will make your client feel trust towards you, feel secure, and ease his pain in many situations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, let me ask you again. Can body language be misinterpreted or understood? Can it be misinterpreted or understood or misunderstood? Body language, can it be misinterpreted or misunderstood?
Yes, it can. It can,
Okay,
when you, first of all, you know some cliches, and when you don't pay attention to the whole context. Because as I told, you have to take into account everything. If it's a
yeah,
stressful meeting, or if that, for example, your client comes sick, he is ill, of course at that day he will show more signs of discomfort. So you have to take in, or like 2 days ago, someone close from his family passed away. Obviously, that person will be more nervous, more will show more signs of discomfort. So you have to pay attention and to look to big picture. That's why I said be mindful of context, and don't just say, okay, because he made the hand like this today, he meant this. No, look at the big picture.
look at the big picture and be mindful of context. Very key. Thank you so much. Please
Thank you.
let's give Carter a warm round of applause. Carter, thank you so much for being part of this show. This is the number one protocol flagship show in Nigeria and in the West Coast of Africa. The first of its kind uh, in Africa, so to say. And it's great to have you. At this point, I will invite the
Thank
president
you
of the
very
association.
much.
Thank you, Kata.
And it
I
was
will
a
invite,
honor for me to be here.
yes, so you hold on. I will invite
Yeah.
the president of the association, of the Association of Certified Protocol Practitioners in Nigeria, the executive president, Michael Ikimbo, who will move a vote of thanks to our amiable guest speaker. Mike, you have the floor, please.
Wow. I think, wow, this is apt. This is interesting. Catalina, we want to say thank you for this well thought out session. Your word of experience is deep. And we want to really appreciate you. The way you took the session was very interactive, even without people saying anything. We were all, very conscious and we were listening carefully. I have participants who are private chatting me to say, this is good, this is excellent. We want to specially thank you and be rest assured, because you are here. We have physical sessions with you also. We'll bring you to Nigeria, definitely, in one of our sessions. And it's also good to let you know, it will be a good opportunity to partner with your organization. We'll discuss all of those modalities with our learning and development directors and ensure we make this happen, because your depth of experience, we can't run away. We need to bring it on board. Thank you so much. From us, all of us here on the Executive Council, we want to say a special thank you one more time.
Thank you very much, Michael. It was also an honor for me to be here, and it's also a very rich cultural experience. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be visiting Nigeria. Meanwhile, I'm looking forward
That would be amazing.
Future collaborations. Maybe you can come to Turkey. So, thanks to nowadays opportunities, look, we are together. So hopefully we will be collaborating and further on. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kata. Thank you so much. From us, for those of us that are not members, please, you need to be part of this train to enhance professionalism. You need to build your capacity. You need to build your competence. And this is the place to be, Acppn. Join us, just contact us, check our website, www.acppnnigeria.org, and get information. You can send us an email. You can also check us on our YouTube channel, on our social media, Instagram, on our Facebook channel. You can also follow Catalina on LinkedIn. She's doing very well on LinkedIn. She brings out lectures on daily basis on etiquette. Very interesting and insightful lectures. That's things that we need. From my team that has made this possible, from Canada, Mutu, thank you so much. Thumbs up. Samuel, Baralate, thank you so much for all that you guys have done. And then my president and members of the Executive Council and the entire members of Acppn Nigeria, thank you so much. Follow Catalina on LinkedIn. She's got great insights to share on etiquette. And you can also join our membership. Our membership is open, is growing every day. Check us on our website, www.acppnnigeria.org. Check us out on our social media handles, on our Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and then contact us. We'll give you all the details. And for this November session of Protocol Roundtable, it's been wonderful. Thank you so much, Kata. Hope to see you someday.
Thank you, everyone.
Either in Nigeria or we'll come to Turkey. Thank you so much. Until we come your way again sometime in December, which will be our last session for the year 2025. I say thank you, good night, good morning. I know where Qatar is almost about 10 o'clock right now in Turkey. Au revoir. Assalamu
Merci.
alaikum. Peace be unto you. Thank you so much.
Bye bye. Good night,
Yeah,
everyone.
bye-bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you. This is great. Wonderful.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, for the purpose of YouTube, can we stop this so it does not record into